Hi, and welcome to another edition of Tim Can Cook. I'm Tim, just another home cook, here to show you what to do with leftover mashed potatoes. So today we're going to make fried, cheesy mashed potato balls. Starts out with 3 cups of mashed potatoes. To that we're going to add a cup and a half of cheddar cheese, shredded. This is homemade cheddar. We've got 3/4 of a cup of bacon crumbles, nicely fried. A half a cup of green onion. We're going to wrap those around some 1/2-inch squares of Colby Jack. This is also homemade. And then we're going to roll them in Panko and cook them in the air fryer. So the recipe is very simple. We mix these ingredients together into our potatoes. Mix them all in good without throwing them all over the kitchen. Now normally I'll also add some salt and pepper to this, but when I made these mashed potatoes, I added salt and pepper to them during that process, so we don't need any more. All right, our potatoes are nicely mixed. So we're going to now form little potato balls. You know, you can use an ice cream scoop, small scoop if you want to keep these kind of the same size, or just eyeball them. It's not all that critical. So what we're going to do, I'll just do a few here on camera and then we'll do the rest of them offline, but we're just going to roll these potato balls and then, making a pocket, insert this Colby Jack. That can be, again, any kind of cheese you want. I really like the combination of the Colby Jack. You insert that into the ball. Try to keep it in the middle. If you don't have it in the middle, when it comes time to cook, sometimes they will explode out the side. So you did got to be just a little bit careful that you keep plenty of potato around that little ball. And this is how you know your mashed potato balls are big enough. If they don't completely cover the cheese, you're going to need a little more potato, and that's fine. Okay, I'm going to make the rest of these now, and we'll come back in just a minute. Okay, we're back. So we've made all of our little balls. Now, this mashed potatoes were leftovers, and we started out, they were very cold. They had just come out of the refrigerator, and that's where we want them. As we handle them, they can start to fall apart a little bit. We need them to be very cold again. So we're going to take our plate and pop it in the refrigerator for about 30 minutes. After that, we'll be back. Okay, our little cheesy potato balls are out of the refrigerator. I forgot to mention that the bacon that we cooked up is actually homemade bacon. Nice, thick sliced, homemade, home smoked. We'll have a video on how to make that in the near future. So we're going to take this Parmesan cheese and we're going to mix it in with the Panko breadcrumbs. It just adds a nice little extra browning touch to that Panko. All right, so now we're going to take our little cheese balls, our little potato balls, roll them in the flour, then in the egg wash, and then in the Panko. Now this part clearly is a little messy. I took the gloves off because I really can't do this very well with gloves on. So when you get them good and coated, set them on a tray, and then we'll go through and we'll do this with all of these little balls. I won't make you sit here and watch me do the ball. It's really a pretty straightforward process. And once they have been coated, then we'll let them rest for about 10 minutes while we preheat the air fryer. Now you could fry these in a little bit of oil in a pan if you wished. or you could deep fry them. I'm not sure how many people even deep fry anything anymore. But you could deep fry them if you want. Either way, it doesn't take very long. But we're going to put them in the air fryer. And the only thing they're going to get is they're going to get a little spritz, a little spray of olive oil. So I have this really nice olive oil sprayer. I guess you can put any kind of oil in it. It sprays a 1/4 teaspoon every squirt. And we're just going to give them a light coating before they go into the air fryer. Now they're going to go in the air fryer. Excuse me. They're going to go in the air fryer for 8 minutes. Your air fryer may be different. 8 minutes is what it takes in mine, and we'll turn them halfway to make sure that the bottom is crisped up. Now you can eat them like this. Everything here is fully cooked, right? You could eat them just like, well, you wouldn't want to do it, I guess, with the breading on it, but they're all fully cooked. So all you're really doing is you're encrusting them in the oven. So if you're not getting a good crust after 8 minutes, you can cook them a little longer. When I used to make these in my bucket air fryer, it would take as much as 15 minutes to get a good crust on them. But in this new one, this instant air fryer works really, really well. It only takes about 8 minutes. That's at 375 degrees. But preheat it. Don't put them in there before you preheat it. Preheat it. Cook them 8 minutes. Flip them halfway through. And we'll go ahead and get that first batch in there and come back when those are ready to go. Since it's going to be pretty obvious that you can't get them all in your air fryer at the same time, it's okay to cook them in batches. What I do is I take it out, take the whole tray out, set it on a rack, and just put them in a 200-degree oven while the next batch is cooking. This way you can cook as many as you wish, and they're perfectly good when you get ready to serve them. And that's all there is to it. Here we have our leftover mashed potato cheese balls. They're really quite wonderful. We'll have a little taste right here. Marvelous. You could, of course, add garlic. If you wanted to do that, add garlic powder. Because we're not cooking, we're really just warming up and melting the cheese. We're not cooking them, everything is cooked. So if you want a little garlic flavor, you can add garlic powder. You can add other herbs in there if you want, and other spices. I've made taco balls out of these with taco seasoning. They're really quite delicious. Hope you've enjoyed this recipe. If you have, please like and subscribe. I need all the help I can get. I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.